Hello, let's continue this exploration of this world of communication. And in today's video, I am introducing you to some of the barriers in communication. And also we'll try to find out how to overcome those barriers. The first one is physical barriers. Physical barriers are typically related to the space, time, the overall environment in which you are communicating. And physical barriers are the easiest to overcome. Typically, if the lighting is less, you can improve the lighting. If there is noise which is disturbing you, that can be handled, right? And the timing can also be adjusted. So these are called physical barriers. Second set of barriers are semantic barriers. Semantic means the meaning that we give to words and symbols. These are called semantic barriers. And the easiest way to understand this is listen to this carefully. Different words mean different things to different people. I'm repeating, different words mean different things to different people. Because everyone's understanding comes from their own context. That's why different words may mean different things. In fact, if let's look at the example of India. There are so many languages in our country, and there may be words which are there in one language. So let me give an example of Punjab. The words which are used in Punjab, they may be some meaning very different. Some of those words may be meaning very different in Telugu, which I am now in Hyderabad. So that is why it's important to pay attention. Even the understanding of a single language, people may interpret differently, because you know that in every language, one word has more than one meanings. And which meaning has registered in the mind of another person, you may not know. That is why this becomes a huge reason for communication gap, right? And let me give you an example here. So there was a case which was brought to a judge for wrong parking. And the judge asked the person who was accused. Judge said, "You look to be quite an educated person. Did you not see the notices in that place where you parked your vehicle?" He said, "I did see those notices. And what was written there was, fine for parking." Now, what's the meaning of fine for parking? What's the meaning of the word fine? And the authorities which had put that symbol, for them the meaning of the word fine was penalty, and for the person who parked the car there, for him the meaning of the word fine was, it's all right to park it here. And the judge actually dismissed the case. So different words mean different things to different people. That's why I always suggest two things here. One, always use simple language. And as you are using simple language, you can keep on confirming whether people are receiving and what meaning people are receiving from your communication, right? First thing. Second is avoid jargons. I always give this example that every profession has its own jargons. I've been a banker, so banking also has many jargons, and I may be using it very easily because they are part of my vocabulary. But you are a layman. You may not understand what am I attempting to convey. That's why always use language which is easy to understand. And another dimension that comes here, even if you have to use a jargon, follow it with explanation of that jargon. Okay, so that's what makes it a little easy for other people to understand you. And the third, similarly, okay, before we go to the third, let's look at another dimension. Similarly, use symbols which have a common interpretation, because as it happens with words, similarly it can happen with symbols also. They can get misinterpreted, right? Let's come to the third aspect of barriers, which are called psychological barriers. And psychological barriers are the most difficult to overcome because they are coming from inside, which is not visible to the world outside. And the most important in psychological barriers are difference in perception. Every person has different perceptions. emotional state. That's can be one of the barriers. When you are talking to someone, you don't really know sometimes what's the emotional state of that person. Do you ever check that? Right? Another dimension can be difference in values. That may be a psychological barriers. And the last one that we can mention here is poor listening habits. These are the most difficult barriers to overcome, and it requires a lot of inner work to overcome these barriers to become an effective communicator. You can't do much about other people, right? Because it's their journey, but you can always do a lot about yourself. Keep on working on these barriers and you will be able to overcome these barriers for yourself, and that's when you can start helping others also. We'll continue this journey of communication in the next couple of videos.